This is crazy. By the time you watch this video, I'm going to be 6,000 miles away from everything that I've spent the last 6 years building. This is all becoming very real. Just seeing the house empty like this, it's just so weird. Like the echoes around the house because there's nothing here. All we got left to do is clean the carpets, clean the kitchen. We stayed in an Airbnb last night up the road and I didn't sleep. My brain was just absolutely going 100 miles an hour. Because although this is a really exciting thing that I've been looking forward to for so long and working hard to get to, I'm so scared. I'm freaking out because it's the unknown. And this is where I just start to break down, because it's all becoming very real and I just don't really know how it's all going to turn out. But you might be wondering, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this? There's a big reason, and to explain, I've got to go back in time a little bit. So when Lisa and I came back from Portugal, we moved here. This was the only place that we could afford, and we stayed here for 3 months and we couldn't stay any longer because the threats, the violence, the aggression that we experienced in this street was just beyond belief. The amount of times that I had to call the police, it was traumatic. So there was this guy who used to live across the street, and I don't know what it was, but he just took a disliking to my face, and he used to come round the house and bang on the door, like proper beating, like I thought he was going to smash the door down, trying to get us to come out the house. And I'd look out the window up there and I'd look at him and he'd be like, stop smiling, stop effing smiling. And he scratched up my van. I had a camera and stuff. I probably got a recording of the footage somewhere actually, of the screaming and shouting that used to happen in this road and the domestic violence and things that used to happen across the street. But it was all that we could afford at the time. We had no kind of like history of, no good credit rating, no history of anything. It was some friends who owned the flat who'd moved out for a few months, and then they said we could rent it off them. And after 3 months, it got to the point where I just said to Lisa, I've got to get you out of here. And we moved to where we've lived then for the last 6 years. But that move was a scary one because I just didn't know if we could really afford it. But I just promised Lisa that I would get her out of here. And that was when I really decided that I needed to build a business that could work without me. So the thing about us is we're like nomads. We just get itchy feet so easily. This is the longest we've stayed anywhere since we've been married. 15 years we've been married now, and 6 years we've been back in Cambridge. But the last time we sold everything and went away, we just didn't have anything to fall back on when we came home, and that's why we ended up in that place, you know. It was all we could afford. But I swore to Lisa that if we ever went away again and sold everything, that we'd have a backup plan and we'd have some kind of source of income to rely on, which is why I built Artisan to the point that it's at today, so that we've got something that can support us in our vision of traveling the world, doing volunteer work and following our dreams and running the business from abroad. So we're heading over to surprise John and Ruben on the job that they're on. I just thought I'd pop in there and just check in with them, really see how they're getting on and give them a little pep talk before I go. So we're cruising over there and going to see what they're up to. So we're looking out for an Artisan van. It always gives me a little smile of joy when I see the vans all branded up, because that kind of moment when I was in the Netherlands, like brewing the idea for this business and I designed the logo, now to see it across a whole fleet of vans is quite a little proud moment for me. And here they are, look, there we go. How's life?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, just really checking in with everyone, just popping round to see everyone and see if there's anything you guys need before I go, really.
Just a hug. No, I'm joking.
How do you think it's going to be?
I think it'll be alright. I mean,
Everyone's
just kind of taking a step back for a while anyway, just to trial it out. So,
yeah, I'm on holiday for a month then. I'm just going to be working remotely, so I'll still be checking in with everyone and stuff, but it will just be, just from 6,000 miles away, that's all.
That's it.
I'm going to get emotional if I start doing a farewell speech, but all I just wanted to say is you're doing great work. I'm proud of you. Keep going. Hope your 3rd year of college goes well. Cool. Yeah, have a little chat to John. Okay, cool. Well, you're doing good, mate. Thank you for all your hard work. I'm really thankful for the fact that you guys are all hard workers and you just kind of get on with it. And for Lisa and I, it means a lot that we can go away and trust you guys to just keep smashing out the great work, you know. So, thank you. Right, let you crack on. Thanks, guys. So we just pulled up at the office and I've got a few meetings booked with various people, going to just check in with the team. And this is the last time that I'm going to be working here at the office for several months. So it's quite a momentous event really. And this office is like where all the magic happens, you know, because in order to do great electrical work, all of this hard work has to go on behind the scenes. And over the last few years, I've been building this office team out so that we've got all of the key players to do all of the roles to make sure that we can give 5-star electrical service and make amazing electrical content on YouTube without me. So we have actually got a massive team, but they say to build a great business, you can't just find one person who does everything you do. You need actually 5 people who do like 20% of what you do. And that's kind of what we've got now. So I'm really pleased to be at that place where everyone in the office is key to making the magic happen. So we've had this office for 2 years now. We've just signed a new lease for another 3 years, but for the first year, it was basically used as like a dumping ground / studio. So we had quite a cool YouTube studio set up in here. But then a year ago, we moved everyone in after kind of COVID died down and people started coming in person. And now it's packed with people. So this is Harvey, our customer. What's your official title, Harvey? I can never remember it.
Customer support
and operations coordinator. Oh, so he basically makes sure all the customers are happy and that all of the stuff that needs to be delivered for materials and stuff gets to where it needs to go, so that the operations kind of between the customers and the guys happens in a slick and streamlined manner. Erica has stolen my desk. She's our finance assistant. Certain days Erica's in, certain days Wayne's in, and then they sort of hot desk between them. So she deals with all the money, making sure all the money comes in, which is very important. And Wayne's our operations manager, so he's the one who kind of just looks after the team and oversees to make sure everything's running smoothly. I call him the smooth operator. He makes sure everything's smooth. Then we've got Graham. He's the newest addition to the team. Graham is our IT and office administrator, I think. Isn't it great, like, when you get ChatGPT to make people's titles up?
It's worked really well for me.
Graham sort of deals with all the annoying IT jobs / making sure that the office isn't a complete mess, but also is massively involved in the customer support side of things with Harvey, dealing with inquiries, making sure leads get dealt with quickly, and just helping to kind of run things in the office. Callum sits here, but he's working from home today, so he's our social media content creation assistant, something like that. Basically, he's kind of like my right-hand man when it comes to planning videos and getting content and stuff, along with Max and Nathan, who are behind the camera. Then Dan, our estimator, he sits here. I think he's gone for his lunch, but he basically does all the quoting for anything that's bigger than what these guys can just do quickly and easily themselves. So he focuses on doing site visits, visiting clients, finding out their needs and creating a bespoke quote for the clients. Right, let's do this. Let's hit the road. So we're using the cameraman's car because my wife needs the ID3 that we usually use, which is actually now, tomorrow, going to become a pool car for the company and everyone can use it when they need it. But she needs it for her last few chores and meeting up with a friend. So I'm going to be driving the Audi. When I've got some more time, I'll actually learn to play this properly. This is a beautiful guitar and it deserves a better owner than me, to be honest. I bought it on a splurge when we really couldn't afford it and we were newly married, and it's one of the few things that I've kept with me for the last 15 years that we've been married, but I hardly ever play it. So this is basically like our whole life in 5 bags. It's kind of amazing how much you build up over time, and we've just managed to kind of whittle it right down to the bare bones of stuff that we actually want to keep. It's kind of scary but also liberating to know that basically everything you own can fit in like the whole baggage under a plane. You know, the funny thing is that my landlord's an electrician and I think he watches the YouTube channel. So he knows how many EV chargers I've fitted on this wall. This is the famous Swiss cheese wall. I'm a bit sad to say goodbye to it really, because I've fitted so many charging points on this wall. The final one was this, and the reason it's staying is twofold. One, it's the only one that's big enough to cover up all the holes in the wall. And two, the landlord said if I remove it, I'm gonna have to re-brick the whole wall because it's got so many holes in it. He's not happy with just making good, so I'm just leaving it there. It's just like a 1,200 quid charger, but I'm leaving it there because it's cheaper than re-bricking the whole wall. So my landlord, if you're watching this, thanks for being understanding. Only the channel members will recognise this because I shamefully showed myself working out on one of the recent behind the scenes vlogs. And this is my workout set up at home, and it's the only thing that I've not managed to get rid of. Somehow nobody wants the weights, even though I've been offering them to friends and stuff for free. Nobody wants to take them. But anyway, you guys are probably wondering, like, what is the plan? And the plan is this. We're going to be traveling around Asia for the next 3.5 months. So we're going to Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, Malaysia. The first month, I'm just going to try and switch off, and the goal is to just decompress because it's been so intense for the last few months. And then I'm going to be working remotely, running the business from a part of Thailand where we're going to be settling for a couple of months. We're going to be doing some volunteer work out there, going to be exploring and seeing the beautiful sights of Thailand, but the goal is to be working remotely out there and still making some videos for you guys. So I'm hoping to meet up with some electricians, maybe showcase some work, some interesting stuff out there. So let me know in the comments if that's of interest to you. But also, we filmed a bank of content for the last few months. So you're gonna still see me popping up on the channel here doing normal work with videos that we filmed in the last few months, and you'll see the guys as well, the rest of the team still working away, and channel members, you'll still get the weekly vlogs where I show the inner workings of the business, but this time it's going to be me in my home office in Thailand jumping across the other side of the world showing what's going in the Artisan office. So I'm quite excited about what's going to happen with the content and stuff while I'm away. There's still going to be plenty of stuff going on. So we're in Asia for 3.5 months, then we're moving to the south of France. We're going to be back in the UK for a couple of weeks in January to just regroup with the team, gather a load of our bags and take them down to France, and then we're going to be living in Marseille in the south of France for a year. as a bit of an experiment, and I'm going to be flying back once a month or every 6 weeks, coming back to the UK to see the team, do some videos, and just keep running the business remotely. So the house is empty now. In one day from now, we'll be getting on a plane and heading to the other side of the world. But to be honest, it's not been an easy journey. Uprooting yourself, it's like uprooting a tree, you know, and even in 6 years, it's not a very long time, but you plant quite big, heavy roots. And just getting this house ready to hand everything back, saying goodbye, doing handovers to the team, it has been an emotional roller coaster. Over the last few weeks, I've had a number of moments where I've just had a bit of a meltdown. So I just got home and had a bit of a meltdown. I didn't sleep very well last night. It's 1:30 in the morning. I just can't sleep. Just packing up my desk and saying that's it, you know, for me in the office in general for the next few months. That's a big deal. I just want it to be over. At this point, I'm so sleep deprived. It's starting to really sink in now that I'm going away, and I've been working on it for so long, and it's what I want. But man, it's scary.
Got too much going on up here. What's happening? What we're doing? I'm going to just do a bit of a brain dump and write it all down.
Bit of a moment of realisation, really. I'm kind of going to be leaving everyone to get on with it. I'm just wanting to be on that plane now. It's not been easy, it's been intense, and I'm kind of at that point now where I just can't wait to get on the plane and just breathe a massive sigh of relief that it's done and just do the transition into that new life. Yeah, well, I just wanted to get you guys here to say thank you really before we go. Lisa's like gone because she's just absolutely exhausted. We both are a bit, the moving process is pretty intense. So but on her behalf and on my behalf, I just want to say thanks to you guys really for the fact that we can do this. You know, we've got an amazing team, all of you together, that we trust and know that you guys are going to smash it while we're away. You know, that means a lot to me. They say that like a great thing is greater than the sum of all its parts, and I think that's the thing with Artisan. It's like all of you, each one of you has something brilliant to bring to the company, and then add that all together and it makes something even greater than adding all of us up together individually. I just wanted to really thank you guys for the fact that we can do this, because it's something that we've had in the back of our minds for a long time. You know, we've been working towards this for a long time, and the fact that we can actually do it is really, well, a lot of that is in part to you guys, so thank you. But know that we're not completely disappearing. We will still be dipping our toes in the Artisan waters. We're just having a holiday for a month really, and then I'm going to be working remotely and stuff, so I'll still be in touch with you guys a lot. But yeah, thank you, and yeah, that's it really. So you're gonna I've already cried all my tears out this morning, honestly. So I guess this is the end of an era, or maybe the start of a new one, a new adventure for me and Lisa, and a new adventure for those of you who are going to come with us and join us on our journey. I've spoken a lot in this video about our team and how amazing they are, and I am super proud of them, but I haven't mentioned you guys, and you guys deserve a thank you too, because you are the beating heart of this channel, and without you guys watching our videos, subscribing, liking and leaving those comments, we couldn't do this amazing journey that we're about to do. So I want to thank you from myself and Lisa and from the whole Artisan team for all the support that you guys give us. And you will be seeing more of us hopping around the world, running the business from abroad. And if you do want to see some in-depth behind the scenes content of me sitting on a beach, well, hit that join button next to subscribe and you can see the whole in-depth journey. But either way, we want to thank you so much for all your support, and we'll see you on the other side.